Well, a good Thursday to everybody that has joined us on this October 31st. Happy Halloween to everybody, and welcome to the Family Vacation Network, where we specialize in a lifetime of cool vacations. My name is John Dehart. I'm your Executive Director of Sales, Marketing, and Field Development, and I want to really welcome you tonight to a brand new way to vacation, folks. And I want you to know that we are telling a story that has never been told before. So buckle up, take some notes. It's exciting times with the Family Vacation Network. And again, thanks for joining us tonight. Whoa. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. So as we start this webinar off this evening, folks, I want you to know that I am in touch with reality. And that reality is this, is that I realize that for many of us out there, since the crash of 2008, it has been busy. It's been tough times economically, and the reality of it is that there are many folks out there that have been so busy earning a living that they're having a hard time planning a life, and that's what we want to talk about really on this webinar tonight. So I start this webinar by asking you to do a little bit of dreaming. If you had all the money you needed and the time to enjoy it, what would you do? Would you be a volunteer? Would you volunteer, help kids out? Would you be a coach? Would you travel and take care of those items on your bucket list? Folks, by far and away, that's what most people tell us, that if I had all the money and time that I needed, what I would do is I would start checking off items on that bucket list. And so, you know, I want you to know that really, destiny is not luck or chance. It truly is a choice. And tonight on this webinar, what we want to give you the opportunity to do is to have some choices and to really be able to move forward and embrace life, to be able to do the things that you really want to do. Because really, if you look at it, what we want to do tonight is we want to give you a plan, at least our plan, and hopefully it fits your life, because the reality is that failure to plan is a plan to fail. And so what we want to do is really introduce you to the Family Vacation Network. And what we're all about, folks, is we are a global family that is creating a lifetime of memories, one cool vacation at a time. And as luck would have it, we know a little bit about that, believe it or not, because our founder, David Siegel, had a dream about 40 years ago. And it was a simple dream. It was to give ordinary people access to extraordinary vacation experiences at affordable prices. And folks, he believed in that dream so much, he went out, he borrowed $25,000 to get it started. So he saw a vision, he saw some property, and he went out, he borrowed money to purchase that property, folks. And today, that property that he built on the west gate of Disney World in Orlando, Florida, is the largest privately held vacation company in the world. He's parlayed that purchase into the largest privately held vacation ownership company in the world. It's called Westgate. It has 28 resorts around the United States, over 7,000 employees, and over $4 billion in hard assets. Folks, we've got resorts now. If you like the beaches, we've got Miami Beach, we've got Myrtle Beach, we've got Daytona Beach. If you like the parks and the park experience, we have the largest resort in the world sits on the west gate of Disney today. That first property built is called the Town Center. It is absolutely the largest. We also own the second largest. It sits by SeaWorld. We also have another resort by Universal Studios in Orlando. So if you love the parks, we've got that covered. If you like to ski, we've got the #1 rated resort in the world in Park City, Utah. #1 rated, sits at the mountain, or at the base of the Canyons Mountains where the 2002 Winter Olympics were held. If you like the bright lights of Vegas, we got that. If you like golf, we've got that in Arizona, and obviously if we're in Myrtle Beach, the Carolinas is some of the best golfing in the world. Folks, we've got the United States covered. But here's what he saw. He saw that, you know, that was great. It's the United States. But what we've learned is really about phase two. And phase two, and let me say a couple things about David Siegel, just so you know. Today, that dream has turned into fulfilling the dreams of a lot of people. And today, David Siegel is one of the wealthiest men in the world. He's a billionaire. He's currently building the largest home in America. And today his life is about giving back. It's about helping others to create success. So from that vision that he had to give ordinary people access to extraordinary vacation experiences, that was phase one. We're now moving into phase two, which is the Family Vacation Network. And the goal, folks, is to create the largest travel and vacation company in the world, one cool vacation at a time. And in order to do that, he needs you. And so what we've learned over the course of the last 40 years is really you, the customer, wants control. And so this is what he's found in this new way of vacationing, that if we give the consumer, you, the vacations that you want, when you want them, at a reasonable price, you're going to be happy. And not only that, you're going to share those vacation experiences with others. So we've got great resorts in the United States, but what if you want to cruise? What if you want to go to an all-inclusive in Mexico? What if you want to visit Europe? What if you want to dive the Great Barrier Reef in Australia, right? What if you want to sail off the coast of New Zealand? What if you want to take an African safari? That's what he's seen, is that if he gives people those vacations, they're going to tell a lot of people those experiences, those dream trips, if you will, they're going to tell people about it. And in today's world, you know, here's how they're going to tell people, because we live in a social networking world, right? So they're going to talk about it to their friends, obviously, but they're going to blog about it. They're going to tweet about it. They're going to share those experiences on Facebook. They're going to create fan pages, YouTube videos. Bottom line is they're going to share with their friends. And how do we know that? Because they already did. Remember when you first saw Facebook. Remember how cool that experience was. How many people did you tell about Facebook? 10, 20, 30? Let me ask you a question. Do you think it stopped there? No. Those 10 people, those 20 people told 10 or 20 people. And those 10 or 20 people told 10 or 20 people. Folks, you were responsible. You were the genesis of thousands of brand new Facebook users. You made Mark Zuckerberg rich, right? And here's the reality. You didn't get to monetize that. And so what David Siegel has seen is that as he gives people access to these extraordinary vacations, they're going to tell their friends. And if somehow he can monetize that so that he pays them for for sharing that experience, you know what? They're going to tell even more people. And that this company is going to grow global. That it's going to go global, folks. And the reality of it is if we're going to create the largest vacation and travel company in the world, we've got to go global, and we need you. He needs your help. And his life today is about giving back, helping others to create wealth. And the best way of doing that is word-of-mouth advertising through the people's networks. And so here's what we did. We went out and he hired the experts. And here's what the experts told us. If you're going to build the largest travel and vacation company in the world, you need two things. You need a fantastic product. You need to give people exactly what they want. Remember, give people the vacations they want. Let them take them when they want at a price they can afford. They're going to be stoked. They're going to tell friends about it. They're going to be happy. And so that was number one. You got to have a great product. Number two, if you're going to monetize this, you're going to combine this direct sales model with vacations. You better have a great compensation plan. Those were the two things that they said you needed. And guess what, folks? That's exactly what he put together. So again, let me welcome you to the Family Vacation Network. So our products, let's start with step one. We are all about vacations. So understand, our business model is not about selling. It's about sharing. If somebody has that great vacation experience, they're going to tell other people about it. That's not selling. That's sharing, right? And here's the best news. When you've got a better product at a better price, it takes sales out of the equation, right? If you've got an inferior product that's high priced, then you got to have a Cracker Jack sales team. But when you've got a better product at a better price, it takes sales out of the equation. And so that's what we've created. So step one, you pick your pack. How do you want to get started with our Global Fast Start packs? And we've got really three options: good, better, and best. And folks, here's the deal. They all include vacations. So all of these packages are going to give you a stay at Westgate. They're going to give you access to 160,000 hotels around the world. They're going to give you access to other resorts around the world, and they're going to give you access to destination dream trips. So good, better, and best. You get a little bit more each way up, and my favorite pack is obviously the Global Traveler Pack, and there's a lot of reasons for that. We'll cover that a little bit later. So step one, if you're going to get started with this, if you want to improve your cash flow, step one is you got to choose your pack. Step two is you've got to set up your auto ship, and your auto ship is like your monthly subscription. And so, folks, many of you are familiar with the model of the direct sales model, where we've got vitamins and skincare and juices and all those sorts of things. Great companies out there. We just don't sell vitamins, skincare, and juices. We don't sell pills, potions, and lotions, right? We sell vacations. So you really get to choose. Do you want this for your auto ship over here, your subscription every month? And maybe you do get a monthly subscription of vitamins. That's okay. Or do you want this? And so your choice is to be able to receive 1 night of vacation every month or 2 nights of vacation every month. That's what you're accruing. It's like a prepaid vacation program. And so, folks, the choice is yours. Which one do you want? You want 1 or 2 nights? Do you want vacations or do you want juices? So most people pick vacations. Here's the beauty of it. Vacations are consumable. They're addictive, right? Once you take one, you want to take another. We just make it easier for people to do that. So step one, you pick your pack. Step two, you pick your subscription, 1 or 2 nights a month. And here's what you can do. If you're quick with math, you probably picked up, John, 2 nights a month at the end of the year, I got 24 vacation nights. That's more than I can choose, or that's more than I can vacation with. Well, at Westgate at least. So guess what? You're probably right. So what we've done is we've allowed you to trade those nights. So on your auto ship night, your 1 night value season, here it is right here, you've got some choices. You can stay at any of our 28 Westgates resorts during value season. And guess what, folks? We're building more. We're breaking ground 2014 at Disney in Anaheim. We've got the last open piece of property there. We're building there. We're looking to expand in Vegas to buy another property there. We're looking out east in the mountains out east. I can't tell you where, but folks, we are expanding that. So you've got a lot of choices. Right now you got 28. You're going to have more over the next few years that you can stay at any time in any of these resorts. Or you can take those value season nights, and again, you can redeem them for hotel stays, 1 and 2 night stays at over 160,000 hotels around the world. Or you can redeem them at over 100,000 resorts around the world. So we've got 28 really great ones here in the United States, but maybe you want to go to Asia. Maybe you want to go to Phuket, Thailand. Maybe you want to go to Mexico. Maybe you want to go to Europe. You can redeem those stays to be able to do vacations there. Or number 3, you can trade those for our destination dream trips. And I want to talk a little bit about what those dream trips are. So here's number 1. Here's the hotels, 160,000. You can see it here. Here's our Global Rewards program. This is a booking engine, so not only do you have other resorts that you can stay at around the world, over 100,000, but you can also use it as a shopping. So this is a booking engine. It's got shopping on there. You can buy Bose stereos. You can buy all kinds of different products on there. There's wine on there, so there's a lot you can do with this booking engine, and you can trade your value season nights to be able to use this booking engine. And then finally, number 3, we've got our destination dream trips. And folks, this is where things get really, really exciting. So this is one of our dream trips. I just want to take a minute to share this with you. And so the destination dream trip is to the Hard Rock in Cancun. Hard Rock Hotel in Cancun. This is 6 days, 5 nights. And folks, it includes airfare. So from any airfare for 2, this trip is for 2, airfare from any major city in the United States to Cancun, Mexico, 6 days, 5 nights, all inclusive. That's food, that's liquor, that's everything. When you get there, you get $1,500 in hotel credits that you can spend for jet skis, that you can spend for greens fees, that you can spend for top shelf liquor if you choose, that you can use to take a tour to the Mayan ruins. Folks, it's one of those trips that when you get there, you take your wallet, you take your passport, you put them in the safe, you lock them up because you're not going to need them. It truly is a dream trip. 6 days, 5 nights with airfare, $2,900. But with your value season nights, you can actually knock that price down to $1,900. Think about it. Airfare for two, all-inclusive, 6 days, 5 nights at a beautiful, this is the Hard Rock Hotel. This is an upgraded suite, by the way, too. Beautiful with our dream trips. Folks, there is no better vacation program out there than the Family Vacation Network. So remember, number one, what was the thing the experts told us? You got to have a great product. We do, folks. That's the first thing. Here's how it gets a little better. How would you like to have those nights, your auto ship, for free? Many of you are familiar with the juices, the vitamins, and the skincare companies. The program called Get 3, and yours is free. Again, we don't sell pills, potions, and lotions. We sell vacations one night at a time, value season that you can actually accrue and do a prepaid vacation. But folks, if you're on that program and you have just 3 other people that you put on that program next month, we give you that night or those 2 nights for free. And the month after that, we give it to you for free again. And the month after that, we give it to you for free again. Folks, it doesn't get any better than free. Now you're accruing those nights. You can go to any Westgate resort. You can trade for 160,000 hotels. You can do resorts all around the world, or you can do our destination dream trips at significantly lower prices. So folks, it is an unbelievable program. So number one, you want to pick your pack that you want to get started with, good, better, best. Number two, you want to set up your subscription, your monthly subscription. Number three, get that for free, right? Get your subscription for free. Tell 3 friends about us. And then number 4, folks, if it gets any better than free, this is it. Make money while you're doing it. Share the concept with others and make money while you're doing it. Remember what the expert told us. You got to have 2 things. Great product, great compensation plan. And folks, that's exactly what we have. We call it the smart compensation plan because it is smart. So many compensation plans out there in the direct sales industry, they're one of 2 types. You either can make great money on the front end, but there's nothing on the back end. So you're literally on the treadmill for the rest of your life, or you can make no money on the front end. You starve to death for 3 to 5 years, but you can build a residual if you get over the hump. The problem is most people don't get over the hump. Folks, we have threaded the needle. We've walked that tightrope. We've got great compensation on our front end of our comp plan where you can make money right away and you can build a long-term residual income. I'm going to cover just a couple of the ways that you can make money with us. Number one, when you get somebody started, we've got a fast start bonus. This is almost like a retail commission. So when somebody comes in, you make 10%. If they come in with our Global Traveler Pack at $9.99, we pay you $100. On that Global Traveler Pack then, this is where the money starts to get really exciting, folks. We have what are called coded differentials. And this is the front part of our compensation plan. As you'll see here, with all of our packages, there's a vacation volume that is associated with all of our packages. And so I want you to pay a little attention here because it's going to get really exciting really quick. So the beauty of our model is not only is it the work you do, but if you teach others how to do what we do, you make a residual off of that. You make kind of a training fee, an ongoing training fee. So let's say you come in and you get started as a Jade. You sponsor somebody in with our Global Traveler Pack, $9.99. You'd make $100 fast start bonus, and you'd make 20% of the vacation volume. So 20% of $600 is $120, $220 just for sponsoring that person in. Now you start to climb the ranks of our comp plan. Let's say you get to Ruby, right? And now you sponsor somebody in as a Ruby. You make the $100 fast start bonus again, but now you're making 50% of the $600 in vacation volume, so $300. So on that same sponsorship, instead of making $220, you just made $420. Pretty cool. But here's where it gets better. You're still a Ruby, and you've got somebody in your group that's a Jade inside of your group, right? And so they sponsor somebody in with the vacation or with our Global Traveler Pack 600. So what would they make? They would make the fast start bonus, right? They did the enrollment. They'd make $100. They'd make 20% of the 600, right? And so they'd make another $120, $220. What would you make? Well, the reason we call this a differential is because you make the difference. So they're at 20%, you're at 50%. What's the difference? 30%. So you would make 30% Of the 600, $180. Folks, it's a very, very simple comp plan, but it is incredibly, incredibly powerful. I want to show you an example of the kind of money that you could be making. So when you look at this, you figure that your average differential is going to be about 20%, right? So 20%, your average vacation volume, most of the packs that we sell, believe it or not, are the Global Traveler packs, the $9.99. Probably 80 to 90% of the people come in with that pack. The vacation volume on that is 600. We don't want to use 600. That wouldn't be fair, right? So we used more of an average 400 in vacation volume. So if you're making 20% times 400, this is an average of how many, every person that joins your business. You can think of it in terms of every person that comes in your business. On average, you're going to make about $80 if you're building the plan. So 80 is good on one, but what about 100? You know, if you've got 100 people coming in every single month, 80 times 100 is what? It's $8,000. Pretty good. What if you've got 100 coming in a week? Now you're at $8,000 a week. Folks, this is a powerful compensation plan. But remember, this is just the front end of the plan, right? We've got an entire back end of the plan where we pay up to 7%, 7 compressed levels. So remember that Facebook example? Really what happens, if you think about that Facebook where you told 10 friends and they told 10 friends, you set off a ripple effect. It's almost like you've got a still pond out there, right? You toss a rock in the middle of it, you don't watch what happens. Those waves start to come out. And so there's 10 that you brought in, but then those 10 bring in 10. That's 100. And those 10 bring in 10. That's 1,000. And those 10 bring in 10. That's 10,000. It started. You were the catalyst. You were the genesis of people learning about the Family Vacation Network. And guess what? All of those folks that are in our business are going to do what? They're going to come in with a pack, and they're going to be on our subscription plan. So if you take 10,000 people over time as this develops, cut it in half. Say half of them drop out, to be fair. But you've still got 5,000 people, and their average BV is 100. That's their business volume that you would be getting paid on. That's $500,000 times an average commission of 6%. Folks, that's another $30,000. I'm telling you, there's more money. I've been at this industry over 30 years. There's more money in this compensation plan than any company I've ever seen in 30 years in the industry. Mission accomplished. What did the experts tell us? You got to have two things. A great product, we do. If you want to travel the world, we got it, right? Whatever you want to do, if you want to cruise, if you want to go to all-inclusive, if you want to dive the Great Barrier Reef, we've got it. And in addition to that, we've got the single best compensation plan, folks, I've ever seen. You marry those two together, and you are in the right place at the right time. Why? Because FVN is just getting started, and we're going global. And folks, in the transition from small to big, today we're small and we're going to be huge. The goal is to be the largest vacation and travel company in the world, and we're just getting started. Today we're small, we're going to be huge. And by the way, Mr. Siegel has never failed in anything he's done. He's got his eyes set squarely on FVN. He said, we will be the largest vacation and travel company in the world. Today we're small, we're going to the biggest. In that transition is where wealth is created, and that's where you find yourself at right now. And folks, you find yourself there with all systems go. Our systems are in place, our simple system of duplication. And folks, that's key in our business. Why? Because it's not what works that matters, it's what duplicates. And in our business, simple is what duplicates. And we've got a really simple system. We've already went through it. We call it Use, Share, Teach, right? Number one, you've got to use the product. Remember that pack you picked? I told you there are vacations in there. What a drag, right? Step one, you got to go on vacation. Why? Because we're not selling, we're sharing. Our business is a transfer of emotion. So you use the product, you share the product with others, you tell other people about the Family Vacation Network and about the business of the Family Vacation Network, and then you teach them how to use the product. It shouldn't be too hard to teach people how to go on vacation, right? And then how to share that product using our simple tools, and then the team that's behind you. You've got a great team behind you to help you build this business. So we use the product, we share the product, we teach others. It's a very, very simple system, folks. Let me encourage you. Get back to the person that put you on this webinar. You probably have some questions. Get your questions answered and then get started. You know, pick your pack. Good, better, best. Let me say this about our Global Traveler Pack, because right now we've got a very special promotion running on this. And let me also encourage you, if you caught a glimpse of that comp plan and the money that's there, go to fvnmovie.com, fvnmovie.com, because scroll down, you'll see some videos on there that will explain the compensation plan to you to a T. You will get it. You'll understand it when you watch those movies. Folks, there's a ton of money in this plan for those that want to get out and share the benefits of Family Vacation Network. But if you come in with this pack, the Global Traveler Pack, we will give you an automatic Jade upgrade. It's like a $3,000 head start in our business, folks. It's an unbelievable place to get started. It's going to put you right into the differentials where you can start making big money right away. We grandfather you into that position for 90 days. If you're serious about making money, improving cash flow, this really is the place to start. But here's the thing. Don't let money get in your way. You know, the key is get started. Don't procrastinate. Procrastination will steal your dreams. Get started. Good, better, best. Look to make the Global Traveler Pack. Stretch if you have to, because you'll be glad that you did. And with that, my name's John Dehart, Executive Director, Sales, Marketing, Field Development. Let me invite you to next weekend, November 9th. We've got a huge event. Great leaders are going to be there. We are kicking off Southern California in Anaheim. We're going to be at the DoubleTree Hotel. I will be there along with several of the other leaders. Hal's going to be there. David's going to be there. Domi Bishop, Mr. Ken Budd. This is going to be an extraordinary event. I left somebody out. Ray Lucia is going to be there. You got to come see Ray. It's going to be a great event, folks. Make sure you come to this event. Talk to the person that put you on this webinar and be there. And with that, let me thank everybody for joining us on this Halloween. Have a great Halloween. Don't eat too much candy. And with that, let me say thank you for joining me. John Dehart, Executive Director, Family Vacation Network, Sales, Marketing, Field Development. Thanks for joining me, and good night for now.